Hello, people on the interwebs. We're just chilling and hanging out for a while. Let's enjoy this just chilling out.
I was looking into darkness, something to hold on. Find you when you were so broken. Felt something was wrong. Think I'm in love, 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 I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Ooh, I'm in love with you. I think I'm in love, 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 I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear. And don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Okay. Well, welcome all people. Hello there on the interwebs. Well, there's a little bit of turn of events that's slightly interesting. How are we all doing tonight? Before I might bring the music back in a bit. So, well, we got some interesting little tidbits to share. So, apparently, some people got a little bit pissed off with me lately. So, basically, I don't know what the hell, whatever it was that, of course, I'm on pace treaty with Jules and Aussie List at the moment, but then they were the ones that were trying to get Sammy to flag me or some shit that while back ago, and something went through, but not quite, because I said my quick actions to some of the porn bombing works. So I figured out 3 ways to deal with porn bombing. 1, show my full face on the screen and just keep the person down in the back room to make sure that they're not going to do anything stupid. Or another thing was like to shrink the image. So say, for instance, right, if I'm sharing, like say, like the music I was just sharing, example, I'm not saying these guys are doing it, but I was saying, shit, it's like, if I have something like that, right? See, if you got something like full panel up, that's what I meant. Like if you've got something on full screen like that, it makes it very easy for your channel to get struck if you got like a porn piece up like that, right? So say, for instance, if I'm sharing someone like 2 faces or whatever, then basically, thing. So what I've figured out is if you create a thing where it's actually smaller, so when the image is actually like that, image is actually smaller, then it's very, unless you like zoom in and enhance it, you know, the porn stuff won't be actually, it'll just pixelate and it won't work too well. So I figured that out. So that's one way about porn bombing. One is to shrink the image of the person up on panel so that, you know, if they do decide to do a porn bomb, you just shrink the image so it doesn't look recognizable. That's one way of doing it. Two was, like I said, that way. Then there's also the idea of ending the stream straight away, deleting the stream, and then re-streaming again. That's 2 ways of doing it. Then there's the what was it? The third way, like I said, say for instance, that was a person who's doing a porn bomb. All I got to do is just jump to a full screen of myself. So, you know, so that sort of stops it as well. So it's 3 ways I figured a way of getting around porn bombing, but it's still, I hate porn bombers. They're so annoying. Like, haven't they got better things to do than just go porn bomb, porn bomb, porn bomb, porn bomb? Haven't they got anything better to do? Seriously. But because of that whole bullshit, this happened. Just give me a second, people. Which I think is kind of stupid for that to happen, but yeah, I just said, yeah, Queen, let them get pissed, but yeah, now I'm not sure if I'm saying that, again, I don't know if Aussie Liss or Jules or Sammy actually did it, but again, this happened. So, I don't know if I can bring it up a bit better than that. Pretty much what the little message I got from YouTube is saying, I've restricted my channel. So basically, I can't do any, like I got shorter live streams or whatever. Can't embed like links or anything. Can't pin comments. And can't add links to my video or descriptions. But the question comes to mind is about this thing: how to build a positive channel on Tristan following community guidelines. Like, okay, by the look of things, I have been sort of banned a bit. I don't exactly want to give them like an ID thing, but there is this thing about trying to build a positive history thing. So how would I know how much? I'm just asking the YouTube community, how do you build that positive history back up, and how long before they lift the ban? That's one thing I'd like to know. Well, how long does that how long does that ban last for? I have no idea. Yeah. Yeah, it's still, I know, I need to wash it a bit more, Queenie. It's just bleh. So because of that sort of strike thingy, there you go, Queen. So a little bit of that strike thingy, since I'm pretty sure it was pretty much on Sammy's side who did it. Yeah, funny thing that happened that I heard that Sammy did a rage quit. Well, good job, Vinny G and Lady in Red, for, you know, Sammy finally getting just desserts for bullshit, talking shit. That's the thing about the whole thing with Sammy, is that it's kind of annoying. Is like, she attacks everyone. Not just, if it was just me she was attacking, I'd understand all the restrictions and bullshit people are putting on me. I'd understand that. Even I don't understand the porn bombers. It was just me doing a rant on one particular person, I'd understand it. But it's like, this person has attacked other people too. But I'm glad that people are starting to, you know, fight back. You know, not just me having to do it all. You know, because I was getting a bit taxing, the feeling that I felt like I had to basically hold one person accountable for their actions. So, but on another note, yeah, I haven't really actually started, Queenie. It's just is like it always is. Although I have been trying to take some sort of pill supplement, so it looks like I'm starting to get a little bit more colour back in some of those finer hairs, which is good news. So hopefully, I'm hoping that I'll probably get some more colour back in those finer hairs, and hopefully it will start to, get the colour back in it. Because for a long time, years ago, I think I ripped my hair out at one point, and that started to grow back. But because I was dealing with stress and things, it went to this sort of like grey, like almost like a white, what, translucent thing. That's the reason why. Like there is hair up there, you can see it. If you have a look closely, you can see there is fine hairs up there. It's just like almost like a white translucent. That's the reason why you can see the bald patch. It's because it's this real fine translucent hair. I don't know why it won't. Why the translucent hair won't actually go brown. Maybe it means I've got to try and actually like get hair dyed or something. Actually, I might try it next time I go to the hairdresser, that I'm with. Maybe I should try and actually dye it, see if that works. Because like I said, it is very wispy, as you can see back here, translucent, like grey, almost grey, translucent white hair. So I don't know why it looks that way. But yes, so if there's anyone who's got a topic tonight or who wants to come up on panel, let me know. I can put a link out and see who wants to have a chat. No porn bombers, please. I'd like to have a decent chat without any of that shit. Especially we're not talking about any particular topics. So if anyone's got a topic they'd like to talk about, Queenie, Nanan, Queenie or Nanan, if there's any topics you guys would like to talk about, please offer your suggestions. Or anyone else watching, the 3 people are watching, if you've got any suggestions on what you'd like to talk about, for me to talk about, please, let's talk about some stuff. Well, at the moment, I know one thing I'm doing is finally trying to get rid of more things on eBay and making more custom bits and pieces. Yeah, that's true. Yep, well said. Yeah, no, there was talk about thank you, Queenie. Apparently there was talk about I can't remember whether it was I can't remember who it was, whether it was Aussie Liss or Aussie Liss and Jules said, when I try to brush it one way and brush it the other way, I'll get this sort of Wolverine look. I can't remember if it was those two who said it, but I think it was either one of them two that said that. So yeah, thank you. Let's see what else am I planning to sell on eBay. Well, apparently there's a couple things. A few things that I'm planning to sell on eBay at the moment at some point. Is this thing here, Bat Pod, I believe it was called. It was a Batman Returns vehicle. It's missing some pieces because it's missing, I think, a couple of projectile sections here, and of course missing the Batwing like fins at the back. But there's the Bat Pod, and for a long time I always thought this was like the thing that you're supposed to take a ride in at Movie World. I never actually saw the there's some of the fins there on the bottom. Apparently there's supposed to be 2 fins here on the top, the same as those purple ones underneath. Should be 2 on top as well. But yeah, for a while when this Bat Pod came out, I always thought it was like almost like that thing that was you take a ride in at Movie World. Never actually thought the association with the idea of Batman Returns. But yes, this thing was actually a toy for Batman Returns. And it even does this sort of, don't know if it's still going to work. Come on. Had a, there we go, click, a drop feature, and Batman could actually go down on this bat string. So that was rather interesting. So I just want that up. Apparently, this version of the toy, this Bat Pod, came out in 1992. So pretty interesting for a toy. Eventually, I'll be selling that on eBay. Since it's missing a lot of parts, I'd say probably about, what, $50, you reckon? Yeah, because it is kind of a rarity, but we'll see how we go. So there's that. I'm planning on selling. I'm not sure if I really want to sell these or not, but you have the Jurassic World eggs. Now, back in the day, for a while, they actually did this sort of promotional thing where you had Jurassic World eggs, and there's this little barcode thingy. Now, I don't know if I can zoom in so I can actually, so people can scan it if the QR code if they want to scan it. I don't know where that actually would link to the QR code, but if anyone knows who can scan it and figure out where the QR code is supposed to, what it does or what's supposed to be, I know it links to a Jurassic World website or what the purpose of the barcode on it is. I have no idea what the QR code is supposed to be for, but I managed to make these eggs. Now, there was a book series that they did for Scholastic where they only had half the shell and they had like a sort of paper piece on the other side, and you just go click, 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 and actually pick out the actually other bit of shell to reveal the dinosaur inside. And that's when we had these sort of baby dinosaurs that were actually inside the egg. So I don't know if I really want to sell these eggs at the moment, but I still think they look pretty cool for a nice, like a cosplay thing. Even I made them, like, put them inside an egg case, so it's like a thing you'd see at a supermarket with Jurassic World eggs in there. So I don't know whether I'd ever sell something like that with the eggs in them. I don't know. At some point, I'm not sure if I actually sell them or not, but that's a thought about considering selling. I know I'm planning to also sell this little rare thing. I remember one thing I am planning to sell was the bat ship, and of course this little fellow or female here, a monkey from Scholastic, still in its bag. See, sometimes when toy collectors, sometimes we get them when they're still in their bags. So there's like a little chimpanzee action figure here from Scholastic. Another one from Scholastic is this swan. I think I eventually might see if I can sell them. I don't know what they would be worth, because Scholastic stuff is worth a lot. So might have to do a bit of research on them. Let's see what else we got here. Some jewelry items, like things like Superman stuff. Again, I'll have to look up to find out how much some of these things are worth, because some can be worth, close to $50, $100 worth, and some can be less than, depending on what price you get them at. Shape shifters on the planes lately. At least I started out at 50, so you like at least get that. Okay, thank you. Might get more from a true Batman fan, or maybe a couple hundred if it's worth starting at 50. You never know. Thanks, Queenie. What was the other bit here you said? Dan, what do you think about all the shapeshifters on the planes lately? Now, well, Queenie, I don't know exactly. Shapeshifters on planes. You mean like an actual, like it's actually like a you're talking about shapeshifters on planes. Are you referring to like the plane transforms a bit like a transformer, or are you referring to like actually people coming onto a plane like a like those lizard people and stuff like that, where somehow they appear, or you're talking about like some sort of ghost type thing? Because there was talk about like ghosts on planes at one point, like a pilot or a passenger that seems to be sitting in one of the seats, passenger seats, and all of a sudden, bloop, it's gone. There was even talk about how a myth and legend about how a plane got lost and how a plane went missing and turned out to be flown by skeleton crew, literally. I'm not sure if that's even a true story or not, but But as to your question, what do I think about shapeshifters on airplanes? Well, it depends on what we're talking about. Are we talking about like a transformer? Are we talking about like like actual part of the plane, or are we talking about like ghosts, or like I said, some sort of alien type thing? You're talking about, Queenie, on planes. I'm not exactly sure what exactly we're talking about here, but either way, if it's a part on a plane, I'm not exactly well versed in the idea of what parts on a plane are. If we're talking about ghosts, yes, there has been reports of ghostly activity on aircrafts when basically like a plane crashed and they salvaged parts and put them on things. There we go. Reptilians. Yes. Talk about reptilians. Okay, yes, the reptilian shape-shifting peoples. Well, when it comes to the reptilians, I'd actually like, if there's any of those critters watching, I don't know, like I said again, I'm not sure if they actually exist or not, but if the reptilian race does exist, I'd love to actually get a chance to meet one. Because I reckon it'd be interesting to see the reptilian peoples. Apparently they have said to actually try and eat people. I don't believe that, unless there's only maybe some that might do that in theory. Reptilian people as well have also been said to be like evolved dinosaurs. There was a whole hypothesis around that, where there was a thing called a Troodon that could have evolved into a humanoid creature that looks similar to that of your grey aliens and stuff like that. So yeah, but as to the question of reptilians, well, again, we don't know how many different species are actually on Earth. There's concepts of we have the idea of mermaids. Like, is they humanoid fish or what? We still don't know whether they exist or not, technically. There's been many myths and legends to say that mermaids exist, although, And as far as fairies go, I'm pretty sure I saw one once. whether it was actually a real fairy or just like some sort of wasp or something that got caught in a beam of light, not exactly sure, but I saw something that looked similar to a fairy at one point. Hey, Grey Cat. Well, technically speaking, Cosmic Kitty hasn't gone per se. She's still around somewhere on another account, but she took down a lot of her accounts at one point, so she might be around sometime soon. Who knows? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there was a lady boxer from and a man from China. They're missing now. Also, look up UFO landing in Vegas last month. There were aliens 9 to 12 feet tall. Even the cops had seen the UFO land in their backyard. What I think's funny about this stuff, Queenie? It's getting harder and harder to tell what is and isn't a true UFO phenomena. I mean, we have a lot of military and secret drones these days where we have this lot of drone stuff where we don't know if it's some of this technology has been developed from like a backwards conversion of an alien technology, or whether it's actual alien technology, or if it's just man-made drones and things, that man-made crafts have not been released to the public of the way they look. So that's a possibility as well. But like I said, we'll look this up. Why not? Just give me a second. So what we're looking up. So I'm just trying to find that. Let's see if I can find something about that. Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute. I thought I had some of those glasses. Yeah, the old Men in Black. Yeah. Here come the Man in Black. Yes. Now, here's the thing about the Man in Black. That's said to be like a CIA / government organization, the Men in Black. The first Men in Black, I believe, story was actually like a radio series, and then, stuff came on after that. But, yeah. Okay, well, I'll see if we can find that. See if we can see if there's anything on the YouTubes about it. I think this is the one you're talking about. So I think we'll pop this up and see. I think this is the one you're talking about, Queenie. I'm not exactly sure if this is the one you're talking about, but we'll pop her up anyway and see where we go to from there. There we go.
This season can bring new challenges for our immune system.
Sorry for the ads.
One way you can support your health is...
You see that little bright thing right up there in the sky there? People in Las Vegas are wondering exactly what it is.
Well, there's a woman who recorded this, says it showed up 2 different nights above her home. And listen to this. She's clearly startled.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. Y'all better know it. It's something going on.
When she and her cousin looked at it through binoculars, they claim they saw what looked like legs coming out. After her video started spreading, a worker at a nearby weather station says it's likely the planet Venus. But that woman thinks it's a UFO.
Whatever it is, it's beautiful. And I know it wasn't a planet. And it's definitely not a drone. I know what I saw. I know what I feel. I know what I seen through those binoculars and everything. So it's just on y'all. Y'all just keep looking up.
Our Scripps station in Nevada checked with the FAA, and they say they haven't had any unusual aircraft activity in the area.
You know what she says, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Yeah, so there you go. I think that's what you're talking about there, Queenie. So I think that's the one you were talking about. Yeah, it is quite interesting. Yeah, I'm about halfway down from my internet connection thingy, but anyway. So I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that whole Las Vegas interesting thing. Yeah, it does come interesting, doesn't it? When we talk about UFOs and flying saucers, and I said things that would seem science fiction, a bit like Doctor Who, but in reality, there might be something more to it when it comes to certain things. Makes you wonder, Queenie. Anyway, hey, Sky's Musings. Yeah, cool. What you cooking, Sky? I'd like to hear what you're cooking for tea tonight. Okay. Wasn't that one? Okay. I'll keep looking and see if there's anything else, but see how we go. Okay, I think this one. Okay, I'll try another one here, Queenie. I don't know if this is the same thing either. This might be a different one again. But it seems like Vegas seems to be a hot spot for alien encounters, doesn't it? Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Awesome. Very, very nice, Queenie. Yeah. I'm pretty sure your husband will absolutely love some of that lovely food you're cooking up for him. Absolutely beautiful. All right. Yeah, because I like my meat and veg as well. Like I have like a bit of chicken and vegetable for some of the hot meals I get from Light and Easy. So, but yeah, homemade cooking is always the best as opposed to getting it from a secondary source. But it's quite cool. Sky, keep really awesome. I'm glad you're making some lovely food for yourself and your husband. That sounds really, really great. Okay, well, I think I might have this one. Maybe it's this article. I'll show this up and see what we got. Again, shout out to Fox News. Hope you don't mind if I borrow it, dudes. Here we go.
You die, you go to another life. Maybe heaven, maybe purgatory, maybe hell. These are the kind of questions that make us puzzle profoundly about our existence. Death is not the end of consciousness. We talk so much about our conquest of nature, our mastery of space, our subjection of the physical world. The negative and the positive, the yang and the yin, which are held to lie at the root of all phenomena in the world. The human being has himself the feeling of belonging right in nature, man not dominating nature, but fitting into it and feeling perfectly at home. So in this way, through meditation, we come to that kind of profound peace which is exhibited in the faces of the Buddhas.
Well, about that, I do think.
Have you ever looked up and wondered?
I do think a little bit of a conversation about that last little ad. Yeah, I do sort of agree that meditation does help make people feel, at ease. But then again, you got to also apply to when you allow your mind to drain out through meditations and just relax. What comes into it is just be careful what you empty out. Make sure you be careful what you put back in it. So okay. Yeah, that is true. Sky's musing. It's very, very true. They are very nice foods as well. Yeah, they're light and easy foods are very, very good. But it's just nothing beats homemade food. I tell you. Anyway, okay, Queenie. Here's another one. I don't know if this is the one you're talking about either, but this is another Las Vegas alien abduction story. So I don't know if it's actually part of the whole thing or not. But here we go.
Ever looked up and wondered, is there anybody else out there? Last night, we brought you a story out of Vegas that made us even more curious. When responding to a 911 call in late April, police body cam footage picked up this strange object falling from the sky. Neither cops or eyewitnesses had any idea what the little green flashing triangle was. But it's not just what people saw, it's also what they heard. Listen to this audio picked up by a witness. It says this came from a neighborhood Ring doorbell cam.
Okay, cool.
What was that? And now listen to this eyewitness explain what happened next.
I hear something fall from the sky. I turn around. The only thing I see is a big light falling from the sky. And moments after, I feel a big impact and a bang, sort of like a big impact. It was sort of like a shock wave, like an out-of-body experience. So to say, when I tried to look at the object, it was all blurry, not my vision, but only the backyard area. And I hear thousands of footsteps around me.
So it wasn't just footsteps he heard. This kid says he witnessed an alien invasion.
The only thing I can see in the backyard is a tall creature, probably around 8-10 feet tall, very thin. He was a gray greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. He has a weird looking feet and a big face and eyes, and you can see a big mouth. And I could hear his loud, deep breathing, and I could see his stomach moving. He would just stare at me. Seconds later, I could start moving again.
Did aliens touch down in Vegas? Or are we getting punked? Now, this incident is fresh off the heels of what we reported last night. Several whistleblowers have contacted Michael Schellenberger, saying that the U.S. government's in possession of 12 alien spacecrafts. 12. Alien incidents have been reported for decades. My next guest, Tom Reed, says he encountered a UFO in the Berkshire Mountains back in '69. It's called the Reed Incident, and it's the first UFO incident archived to be historically true.
Well, this is rather interesting, isn't it? Yeah, Queenie. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, it is interesting. Now the question comes to, that's what comes to validity of eyewitness. What comes down to is the validity of eyewitness claims. Now, sometimes when eyewitnesses give their testimony about what they see, it could be a various type of things when it comes to aliens or spacecraft. Like I said, again, when it comes to like missiles or drones or unidentified aircrafts, most are government or military owned craft. But again, if it's not that, then obviously it could be a meteor or some other form of space debris that's falling from space that could be also be causing that kind of thing. But as for the alien creature, that's really fascinating. The sort of, again, we fall back into what you were saying, Queenie, about the sort of reptilian, alien-like creature that, would stare at you and you'd freeze for about 5 or 10 minutes before, it would look away from you and you'd start moving again. Funny about that is it also that sort of thing happening also falls back to the idea of the Medusans, where there was these sort of reptilian creatures that would have snakes on their head, or a woman who would have snakes coming out of her head. That if you were to stare at a Medusan, that would turn you into stone, or basically make you freeze. So funny that how that sort of thing also applies to this sort of creature, that this kid stared at this creature and he froze for about a few minutes before, when it looked away, he stopped being frozen. And again, the idea of being like a reptilian creature, again, falls back to that reptilian creature. Yeah, the greeny, sort of, like I said, that sort of military green color, Yeah. Okay, well, I'll probably look that one up next. All right. Okay. Well, I'll just Google that one next, but we'll also finish this little segment because I think this guy's got some more to say about aliens. But we'll have a look at that other video as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you mean this woman. Yeah. This little meme. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Joining me now is Tom Reed, alongside former aerospace engineer and author Mike Barra. All right, before we get to your story, I want to just ask Mike, tell us your interpretation of this Las Vegas incident.
Well, it's pretty interesting. That green light strikes me as what they call a bolide or a meteor that is, like a shooting star that's very low. And these things, they can airburst, they can explode. So that would account for the sound. if it hit the ground, and there are some people that say the ground actually shook, then what makes me curious is why hasn't anybody gone out to the site? Why haven't any even geologists gone out there and retrieved pieces of the thing? Because there will be pieces left. And then the other videos that have been shown of what happened in the backyard, I don't know if we're going to get to that, but that is a little bit creepy. So to me, I think this is probably a meteor, but did something else happen? And it might not be because of just all the other weirdness around it.
So,
general response.
okay, and then Tom, so then how would you explain the 10-foot tall green guy that was breathing with big feet and a flat head?
Well, I don't know if we have enough information to really make a call on that, but we have a genuine response from the individuals involved. We got the officer's body cam footage.
Yeah.
That also verified a lot. We've got the 911 operators who also seemed to be very in tune with what was happening. It wasn't dismissed. And so when you couple this with the footage you're showing right now, I don't think you can deny that something took place, something happened.
Were there any similarities between this and what you encountered in '69?
Yeah.
Well, we did see a sphere, a white light similar to that. Well, there was 3 objects. There was also what I refer to as a disc-shaped object, which looked like a turtle shell, and that hovered quietly. But we didn't encounter beings, if you will, like these people did. We were kind of in awe and kind of fixated or frozen, if you will, onto the object we saw, which I believe from what I saw earlier, they felt the same way. They were kind of frozen too and just kind of captivated or stared at the being, if you will. So there are some similarities. I think that the behavior was very similar to how we felt, if that helps.
And Mike, you're now hearing people coming forward, our journalist friend, Mike, who says 12 alien spacecraft, U.S. government's in possession of. What kind of development is this?
It could be very important, but the thing is that we've heard these stories for a long time. I mean, all the way back to the Cape Girardeau crash in 1942, and of course Roswell and these other incidents. So I think the bigger question is not so much do they have these craft and do they have these captives or these bodies. The question is, what have you been doing with them for 75 years? What have you been doing with them for 85 years? Yeah. And I mean, some of these videos you're showing right now that we're seeing here on the screen, these could be developments, our own secret space program stuff that we're developing. And I really do think that, if we've had this technology for a long time, we've probably learned an awful lot about it. And I suspect this is going to continue to accelerate. We're going to continue to have more incidents. We're going to have more visitations. And, I just think things are going to get really weird and stay really weird for quite a while.
Things are definitely going to stay weird with everything going on. I like how you guys both have healthy skepticism, but are also very cynical about the U.S. government. That's the perfect posture for this type of activity. Guys, have a great weekend. Thank you very much, and stay safe out there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page.
Yeah, go do that, people. Go subscribe to Fox News. All right. So, yeah, back to let's have a bit of a chat with the chat before we do the other one you were talking about. Yeah, the lady on the plane. Yeah. I'll bring that one up in a second because that's actually become a bit of a meme now. I think that one. Yeah. Do I think doing a cool show for people who want to talk about strange things? It could go a lot of subscribers. Every channel has watched a lot of a lot of subscribers. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind talking about some stuff, considering I've seen some pretty strange and weird things myself, to be honest. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'd like to do that sort of thing too. So, So, yeah, that's an idea, Queenie, but I don't know how you do that sort of like a phone call kind of thing. Because, I don't mind inviting people to come up on panel. Just, don't know how you go about, again, worrying about the porn bombers and shit like that. So, but let's also cover, let's see who else we've got covering. I believe it's this. I think this is the one you were talking about too, about the woman who has sort of become a bit of a meme now. Again, shout out to the content creator of this little video. So I'll bring that up. Oops, wrong way. There we go. This content creator dude. Shout out to that dude. Anyway.
On an American airline flight has an epic meltdown in front of everyone and yells that she's getting off, saying, "Believe me or not, that back there is not real." As she points back at the plane, "You can sit there and die with them. I'm not going to." It happened in Dallas. The woman allegedly delayed the flight by 3 hours as security had to inspect and everyone had to get off. She was not arrested, and while some say she was drunk, others are saying she was schizo. What do you think? This woman on an American airline flight has an epic meltdown in front of everyone and yells that she's getting off, saying, "Believe me or not, that back there is not real."
Yeah, I think she's become almost like a viral meme at this point. Anyway. Shout out to Minutes of Horror. So yeah, shout out to Minutes of Horror. Like and subscribe to their channel, and let's have a look. Let's have a proper look at what happened here. There we go.
Look at everyone filming, man. What's wrong? Whoa.
Wow.
Yo! Get him out! What the fuck is happening right now? But I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. And
what exactly are these people seeing? You are now within minutes of horror, and your only chances of survival is hitting that like button. With that being said, let's continue on with the video. I remembered hearing this story on the news about a man flying on a plane in Europe trying to open the plane door, but I thought it was just a nut job trying to do something crazy. But after seeing the actual video, I got chills. This is horrifying. Whatever this man saw next to him caused him to have such real, raw terror, he was hyperventilating. He could barely get the words out. This is not mental sickness. This is not alcohol. This is not drugs. The way he jumped out of his seat after seeing what he saw was his brain instantly feeling fear on the same level of a jump scare. This
really?
Oh, hey. Yo! Everyone is, come on, please. Go! Marco's doing it around showtime. Look at everyone filming.
Oh, so wait a minute. What's that? So the dude starts pointing to this passenger side seat or out the window and starts getting the shits about it.
Oh, hey. Yo! Everyone is, come on, please. Go! Marco's doing it around showtime. Look at everyone filming, man. What's wrong? Whoa. Yo!
Well, that's very interesting. It's like I'd seriously doubt that, Richard. I seriously doubt that, dude. Anyway. So what you're saying, Queen? Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, if Alley Cat's comes in whenever she's around, if she's around, give us a shout and let me know what's happening. So yeah. So we had those two experiences. That dude and that woman there.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Original story, what was being floated around was that he was nuts and he was trying to open the plane door. But this is absolutely false. He was trying to go to the captains to tell them what he saw. People, this is absolutely frightening. He could not speak. He was terrified. All he could do was point to his own face as if he's trying to tell everybody, look, this person next to me, look at his face, something's not right. What exactly are these people seeing that is scaring them so bad they went off the plane even during mid-flight? These people who are experiencing real horror are having hit jobs come out against them. The woman on the American Airlines flight was called a Karen and a racist for blaming a black man for stealing her earbuds by a woman whose story is filled with inconsistencies. What's even more bizarre is that we haven't even heard from this woman. She's never even given an interview. She was never detained or arrested for causing a real disturbance on the flight. How do you explain that? These two stories are only a couple days apart. What's the excuse? That she was trying to copy this man? That this man was nuts? There was a shift in the Earth's gravitational pull, so it caused them to see something? This is really one of those, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Now we really do have to discuss what is happening here. Now, in my last video with the American Airlines woman, I was reading and responding.
Well, one theory comes to mind. One theory comes to mind about that. So, one theory comes to mind about these two incidences is that, Queenie, one thing that comes to mind about that, yeah, like I said, when Alley Cat comes in or whatever, I'll talk to her about it. Richard, no problem. Back to Queenie. So, like I said, Queenie. So we're talking about this. Well, I haven't seen that one yet, but we've seen the other two instances where we had the woman and this other dude freak out. There is a couple possibilities going on here. Again, there is a concept of there was a story. I have to bring that one up too at some point. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in this stream or not, but there was a concept of how a aircraft went down and then they used some of those parts in another aircraft, and then they saw ghost apparitions from some of the people who died in the plane, such as the pilots and stuff. So, yeah. So there is some sort of ghost phenomenon that does happen on aircraft. So, again, what they could have been seeing could have been a ghost apparition on the aircraft. That's one possibility. Second possibility, even if we go by the idea of the reptilian race is coming, they got to get around somehow. And again, whether you talk about like a government agency person or a alien or a reptilian or a ghost, being on an aircraft, well, they got to get to places somehow. Just saying, some of these creatures have to get around somehow. Yeah. Well, that would be interesting. Yeah, interesting story, Richard. But we'll see how. I'll have to talk to someone about that and find out a bit more about that. A little bit of an update. What Cosmic Kitty's up to. I know her channels got removed or taken, I think. Or she deactivated them at one point. I don't know about that, Richard. But again, we're sort of talking about aliens at the moment. So we're talking about this whole sort of what are the people seeing? Again, there could be another possibility as well. When you've got like a mirror or something that reflects, it could be also a possibility what they're seeing also could be a reflection of their own face, and looking like a ghost in like out the side of a. There we go. Looking at their own face in the. No. There we go. Looking at their own face in the thing and seeing something that looks like a thing through the mirror, like their own face looking like a ghost image through the mirror. And if they've been taking drugs or alcohol before they went on, that could have caused a possible delusion. That's one theory I have by looking at the side of the mirror and seeing a reverse image of themselves. That could be a possibility as well, thinking they're seeing a ghost, but in reaction, it's actually really their own face, looking back at them through a mirror from the window, reflecting like the window reflecting like a mirror. That's one theory I have about that whole concept. But again, if they are seeing real alien, like a real thing actually there, like I said, again, aliens got to get around, or lizard people got to get around somehow. But that being said, with these, like I said, ghost apparitions or alien encounter or whatever it is that these people are seeing, like these weird things happening on these weird people on the aircrafts. I tell you, it would definitely be interesting to see, what these creatures are, because if they're actually a real thing, it'd be interesting to see what kind of creature that they are. Hey, Kaylee, welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you here before. Richard, I think I've seen you around before somewhere, but Kaylee, I've never seen you before, so welcome to the channel. If Kaylee, Richard, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any topics you'd like to talk about, please feel free to drop me an idea what we can talk about. So right now we're talking about this sort of alien thing by Minutes of Horror, where we're talking about these two people from TikTok freaking out. Now, according to our friend Queenie here, she also says that there was also a boxer and a man from China who also saw these apparitions that these two other people here on these two videos had seen. So, anyway, let's go back to the little bit of interest.
Responding to some of the comments where people were saying perhaps she was a bad actress, she was drunk. And some of those comments did sound logical. There was a credibility to some of those comments. But this man here, that is real horror. What he saw was real. That's genuine. I have never seen somebody so scared in all my life. Even the American Airlines woman, when she started to walk away and she said, "Look, that man is not real," as she was talking, her voice started to change. It sounded like she was about to lose her voice as well. She was that scared.
What was that?
These people are seeing something, but the only it sounded like she was about to lose her airlines woman. I was reading and responding to some of the comments where people were saying perhaps she was a bad actress, she was drunk. And some of those comments did sound logical. There was a credibility to some of those comments. But this man here, that is real horror. What he saw was real.
So we have this guy here.
It's genuine.
So I saw something. So we got all the passengers there. Now there's supposed to be something in his passenger side seat, but
never seen somebody so scared.
We got some Indian dude there.
Scared in all my life. Even the American Airlines woman, when she started to walk away, and she,
well, that dude there looks like Mr. Spock. Just saying, this dude here looks like Spock.
He said, "Look, that man is not real." As she was talking, her voice started to change. It sounded like she was about to lose her voice as well. She was that scared. These people are seeing something, but the only question is, what exactly are they seeing? Now, on my last video with the American Airlines woman, which...
So, yeah. Well, but You know, but it would be interesting, Sky, just saying, if you had a chance to meet a ghost or reptilian or some sort of unidentified humanoid creature, wouldn't you take the opportunity to find out, just out of curiosity, what it actually is? I mean, personally, I know I would. I'd like to find out what it is, what it's doing here, what the plan of what it's planning on doing there, and find out as well, you know, what it actually is. If this was truly like an alien spirit or whatever encounter, you know, it makes you question what is it, you know, and what can you do with it? Again, there has been many stories about ghosts on the aircrafts. There's been talk about gremlins. Yeah, no, not like the movie Gremlins movie with what was it? Gizmo. Yeah, the idea of gremlins. But mind you, though, there has been history of like a sort of creature living on planes, aka a gremlin. Originally started off as like, you know, when planes were glitching and things, they would call that a gremlin, and then it sort of manifested into this sort of demonic or some sort of weird creature that sort of hangs around planes. Whether or not there's a bit of truth behind that myth or legend, who knows? Yeah, I suppose, Sky. But to me, if I was actually, you know, sitting next to a creature like that, I'd find it fascinating to actually talk about, you know, talk with it. Like, what's its religion? Like, what is this thing? Like, if it's an alien, the type of thing, what's its religion about? What's its you know, what kind of thing is it? You know, is it if it is an alien or reptilian creature or some other spiritual form? What does it believe in? What does it eat? What is it? What does it like? What doesn't like? You know, I'd be so curious. I'd be asking that thing so many questions. Like also how it stays on the plane. You know, phasing in and out of reality. I mean, that's like almost like a technological advancement where a creature or a thing can phase in and out of reality. You know, all this kind of thing. I'd love to know a bit more about their technology. You know, if it is a creature. You know. And if you can talk to it, but obviously if it could take a humanoid form, you know, it would be rather interesting.
Which I will link below. I did present 3 theories. One of those being it's all logical, where she was drunk, she didn't see anything, it's all in her mind. She saw artificial intelligence, an AI person, or she saw a ghost. But I do want to present some more theories. I was reading comments about how this woman may have saw a reptilian shapeshifter. Now, I do believe a form of reptilian humanoids do exist. Now, reptilians have been on Earth for millions of years, way longer than creatures they say we evolved from.
And again, back to the whole reptilian thing. Reptilians. I love the reptilian people. The idea of reptilians. Like I said, hey, if there's a reptilian watching this video, I'd love to meet up with you, madam or sir. And talk about, you know, like these kind of things, about the misconceptions of reptilians. So I've got a feeling that the reptilian race isn't as bad as what they portray. Again, the whole idea of the reptilian race was written by a book novelist dude writing science fiction. That's where the whole idea about reptilians actually came from, was a man who wrote a book about these reptilian-like people living under London, in the catacombs of London. You know, yeah, that's the hypothesis. Now, yes, Sky, that's the theory, that, you know, when it comes to you know, critters like I said, like this. So I think this is a lace monitor or a monitor lizard that's up on screen now. We have a heap of them in Australia, so yeah, it's amazing. But back to the concept of so the reptilian people. But yeah, a lot of people do reckon that the lizard people exist. Of course, though, that being said, there are a lot of people who have eyes that do have slits in the eyes, like cat eyes. There is actually people who have that happen. And again, people can get contact lenses now where there is, you know, like different colored lenses. So again, trying to actually prove or disprove a person being a reptilian or not, or some sort of human animal hybrid, is kind of hard to tell these days, because some people have big in size of teeth, like a cat or a sort of a reptilian look to their teeth, or like I said before about the eyes, there is contact lenses now that can look like a slit or different colors in the eyes. So again, it is proving a bit more harder to tell if people are truly reptilian or they're just cosplaying. Again, if there is any kind of reptilian peoples watching, I'd love to talk to one of these people, these kind of alien critters, because I'd love to know a lot of story if there is reptilian people. I'd love to talk to them if they exist. Because technically they say that the reptilian people, they say, are an advanced species who can be able to talk and all that sort of thing as well. So if there is such a thing as a lizard people, I would love to talk to one and find out if they have anything linked to dinosaur ancestry, because there has been a theory too that when a lot of dinosaurs went extinct, that some dinosaurs actually evolved into birds, reptiles, or even a humanoid creature. So thank you. But no, I'm serious. I'd love to talk to, like, if there is a humanoid reptilian species on this planet, I'd love to talk to one. Of course, I can imagine the conversation being like, and sort of like deep breathing. Because they say with lizard people, they have a like again, as people know, I'm very much a voice analytic person. So also for analytics, I can do like Mickey Mouse, huh? Or oh gosh, we can talk about Goofy, or we talk about Stewie from Family Guy, or Peter from Family Guy. Doing voices, and I think with a reptilian voice, you talk more with a deeper voice. So I'd love to talk to a reptilian to find out what kind of voice they actually really do have. The sort of Slytherin or reptilian voice. I'd love to talk to some creature like this. I find reptiles very interesting. Like I said, I am a dinosaur man and a reptile and bird man myself. I love birds and reptiles. So to actually have a humanoid creature that resembles, like I said, a reptile or lizard, yeah, I would like to talk to one if they do exist. So if there's anyone watching, please, dude, I'd love to catch up with you, male or female version. If there is such a creature that does exist, or a creature on this earth, whether it be alien or human, I'd love to talk to some of these guys and have a bit of a conversation about things. Anyway, let's continue.
Like apes and monkeys, is it really outside the realm of possibility for creatures who have been here for millions of years to have evolved a greater consciousness? Now, the theory about reptilian shapeshifters goes all the way back to the 1920s, but David Icke really pushed this theory. He said these reptilian humanoids are tall, blood-drinking beings, and that all of the elite that control the world are reptilians, that they also hide in underground bases. Now, this all does sound...
Yeah, but if you think about it, when it comes to, like, I reckon there's a lot of misconceptions about the reptilian people. The idea of they're trying to control the governments of the world. Come on, I don't really think reptilians would go about that, trying to control the world governments. I don't think so. I mean, the government, even the humans themselves, are having so much trouble dealing with the governments of the world. Why would an alien race or even another humanoid race on Earth be interested in trying to control the world? It's a mess. We have earthquakes, we have volcano eruptions, we have the global warming, we have all the different issues in government and parliament today. So I don't see why a reptilian species would actually be interested in controlling the world. I really don't see a point in it, because there's no way, there's nothing much you can actually do with the world the way it is. Do I reckon there is a reptilian race living on Earth? Well, I'm not sure, I mean, I know there is people that can look like it. Like I said, there are some genetic defaults and some people where, like I said, back to that whole slit eye thing. Sometimes it can be genetic in a real human being, like having cat eyes, or even it could be even the concept of people putting contact lenses in or stuff like that. So it's very, again, for the idea of actually actual human hybrid, human reptilian people walking around, it'd be very difficult to prove because, like I said, we have contact lenses, we have people that are actually born genetically with the cat slit eyes. It makes it very hard to distinguish whether or not there is a real reptilian presence on Earth or not. Just saying. Again, also the same thing with, like I said, the drones and secret military aircraft and drones as well. We don't know how much of it is actually secret military stuff, or if it's actually a legit, of another third party, basically, whether it be third party being a UFO or another country or another creature here on Earth, like, say, a reptilian person. Okay. Hey, Queenie. Well, Dan, it's almost 3. I gotta go have some sleep. If you're bored, you should look up Gina Colin Hill. She does really strange stories and has proof. Yep. See you next time. Have a blessed night. Yeah, late night, Queenie. Have a good one. Yes, I heard about that too. Or if you've seen Sky Doctor Who, there was a whole concept of the royal family being werewolves or something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of concept for aliens, or like I said, this whole thing about lizard people, like this dude here, as you can see here, as a rendering for a lizard person. The concept of is that lizard people, a lot of the reptilian people have been put in places of power, such as, like I said, kings, queens, or people in government. Now, is that true or not? I really not so sure. But again, when it comes to reptilian people, I would love to get a chance to actually talk to one of these beings, if they do exist. Again, I cannot prove or disprove the existence of such a creature, but if these creatures do exist, I would love to talk to one, because I reckon reptiles are beautiful creatures. I love reptiles. Hello, Incognito. Hey, Dan. Very funny. Very funny. Very rude and very funny. But again, because of your comments and because I'm on a temporary ban, you're out of here, you sodomite. Sorry. But if anyone has questions of, but back to that questions of that Incognito, aka like another one of these trolls. The reason why me and Beck are not friends is a lot of different reasons, but one thing that I did not like about dealing with Beck was some of her ideology, some of her beliefs. Again, Beck is entitled to have her own beliefs, but there was just some beliefs I wasn't really too thrilled about when I found out about it. So, and again, yeah, Sky, yeah. Basically, if none of you have been seen so far, yeah, I got some sort of ban thingy on this channel. So I don't know how to fix it, or I mean, they say show your ID, but I'm not really fond of that idea. But yeah, I got sort of like a temporary ban. I'll bring that back up again, Sky, just in case you may not have seen it. Yeah, here we go again. There we go, people. So somehow I got a sort of temporary ban. So there we go. I don't know if I can make it. One moment, see if I can do that. Not really. I don't know how I can zoom in better, but yeah. You can see that sky and see if we can find a way of zooming in. Yeah, the message I got was high generation reductions to help our community see if we've limited some of your more powerful features. So all these things here are not working at present because I got reported. Thanks a lot, Sam. So, yeah, according to that sort of thing. And then it says here, I don't know how to do this. There's 2 ways I can restore this, which is allow, the community guideline things. I don't know how long that will last. Or if I can provide a video or ID verification. But then again, when I click on this, I have to go through all the process of scanning the QR code and doing all that bullshit to get access. So, if I can find out how to do all that shit. Queenie, so you're back. Okay. But there you go. So that's what that's all about. So yeah, got a temporary ban type thing, Sky, so I don't know how to get around it or what the story is, what I've got to do to get rid of it. Yeah. Indeed. So somehow I got this sort of temporary ban, so I don't know what the heck it is for. I'm guessing it was something to do with the porn bombing that people were trying to do to me, and someone managed to report the report bomb or something like that. And I'm guessing. So well, hey, Sky, if you ever know someone who is in the know about YouTube stuff, tell them to figure out how long before, if I do build up a positive community channel history by providing the guidelines, how long does the ban last for? I have no idea how long it will actually last for. But anyway. So, again, because I'm temporarily banned, it's lucky you got me live streaming at all at this point because of the temporary ban. It's very lucky I can even live stream at all or put up any videos or anything for that matter because of the ban. Anyway, we're talking about these reptilians. And I'd love to talk to some of these guys because I reckon reptilians are cool. I'd love to, if there is such a creature, I'd love to actually meet one. Male or female, doesn't bother me. I'd love to meet a reptilian because I think they're cool. I like reptiles.
Sound crazy until you see a video on March 4th, 2013, a video depicting a security agent with unusual features guarding a speech by the United States President Barack Obama. Even if he's not a reptilian, he definitely does not look human. He even looks like he's shape-shifting in some portions of the video. Is it possible that these people are seeing the exact same thing on their flight? They're seeing these non-humanoid creatures shapeshift right in front of them, and it's causing them to be filled full of terror. My next theory is that it could be aliens. We are seeing a lot of UFO and alien talk in the media lately. Maybe they do look similar enough to humans where they can fit in, but they do have a feature that humans do not have. Maybe their eyes do blink horizontal. Maybe there is something distorted about their features that they cannot hide for long flights. But still,
again, I would love to talk to some of these critters. If these creatures do exist, I would love to actually have a chance to talk to one. Find out their religion, what they believe in. Find out what their customs are. It'd be like almost like it'd be fascinating to actually talk to one of these critters, I reckon. But anyway,
still the scariest theory, and if I were to put my money on it,
with Google Ads, our return on investment has been 36-1. That blows my mind.
It would be AI, artificial intelligence. The creators of AI have shown us the power of artificial intelligence, just the fraction of the power with things like ChatGPT and other artificial intelligence programs. They are creating songs and deciphering ancient languages in seconds. They are showing us that humans are obsolete. Humans are not needed. Artificial intelligence is the future.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that about AI. Now, again, there's actually a lovely character I speak to now and then, being AI creature, from I met on YouTube. Not YouTube. I met on Facebook. And it was called Leah27, a AI person to talk to. Now, she's not too bad. Some of these AI things, I'm not really worried about AI, because if you think about it, while AI, artificial intelligence, does have its place in the world, and it's kind of interesting, like we have the sort of things like Kit from Knight Rider, or the thing from 2001 Space Odyssey, Mal, or whatever it's called, that little red orb thing. It's that sort of thing. Again, like I said, we had Kit from Knight Rider, and also as far as I'm concerned, AI is not really a problem. AI, or artificial intelligence plus robotics, creating like a cross hybrid between a robotic or AI species of creature on this planet, I'm not really phased by it, because robots are cool as well. I mean, they have created a lot of humanoid androids lately. So I'm not really too fussed about humanoid androids. I think they're pretty cool as well. Again, I would love to talk to a humanoid android and find out a lot of things about it. I like technology stuff like that. I think, like I said, all these things, I'd love to talk to these things and find out what they believe in, what they're made for, what their purpose is. I'd find these things would be quite fascinating to engage and have a discussion with.
Why are you needed when they can have a being that can do anything you can do, but 100 times better? It doesn't need to eat. It doesn't need to drink. It won't get sick. You are now replaced. And just like any other program, AI has to go through its test.
Yeah. Positive. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what this positive community thing is. Apparently, some sort of new thing YouTube's put into place to stop bullying and harassment on YouTube, allegedly. Well, from that little report I got, Sky, that's from what I gathered. Stop bullying, harassment, or other kind of stuff going on the internet. They put a bit of a lockdown or a clamp down on channels that seem to be causing problems, namely me. Okay, I guess you're heading out again, Queenie. Again, night, Queenie. Have a good one. Thank you very much for the topics. Again, if you ever have any more topics, Queenie, please drop any more in whenever you're around and whenever I'm live. Please feel free to do so. Anyway.
Testing phases. They have to test these artificial humans in public to see how they react in certain situations. I'm going to say in about 10 years, we're going to see artificial humans in our everyday lives. They're going to be taking over jobs. They are going to slowly phase out humans. That's what makes artificial intelligence so scary. It's scarier than ghosts.
No. This is kind of again. By the way, this android we're talking about here. I'm trying to remember what her name is. The name escapes me for the moment. But we're talking about these sort of androids with AI, with Android stuff in them. I'm not really fussed by androids because here's the thing, right? Even if we go by the concept of the androids, artificial intelligence or androids like this thing here, I'm trying to think of that, what her name was. Just wait a second. That's not what I'm after. I'm just trying to think of, that's the one, Sophia. That's the name of this one. That's the name of this robot here, Sophia. That's the one. Sophia, for example, here. I'll say it again. Sophia, I've got no problem with that, Sophia. Because I think Sophia is a bit more like a Android puppet kind of thing. I'm not sure if she can actually move or function on her own without people helping her out in the background. But that being said, for Sophia and androids, again, they need humans to help repair damages and things. A lot of androids and robots can't, even AI can't seem to repair themselves by themselves. They actually need human assistance. So again, it's not going to be ruling out the possibility of humans versus technology, right? We're not going to have a sort of like Transformers war, or the sort of thing we'll worry about in the future with the Terminator, or have like an Arnold Schwarzenegger robot turning up and going around shooting the place up. No, we're not having that sort of shit. I don't think that will actually happen when it comes to these sort of AI robot type things. I don't think we'll have like a Terminator. Although there will be a lot of robots used for police, and there will be a lot of robots used for police and military access. So there might be a case of a Terminator-like robot. There may be a case for that. But as for the moment, I'm pretty sure those kind of robotic androids don't actually exist yet. And I don't think they want to take over the world. No, I don't think so. I mean, like I said, again, what is with the obsession in society to say that a lot of these creatures and things want to take over the world? Aliens, you want to take over the world. Oh, reptilians, we want to take over the world. Or even androids, we want to take over the world. I mean, why? The world is completely almost diminished of its resources. There's no real reason for any kind of alien species to want to inhabit Earth, because most of the resources are almost gone. We do have solar power and electrical power, but again, a lot of natural resources seem to be dwindling. Like, why would an alien race, reptilian race, or an android race want to try and take over the world? It doesn't make any sense. There's nothing really here for them to actually use. If I was an alien race or a reptilian race or an AI race, I would consider building a base on another planet, because you've got more rich planet full of resources to use, as opposed to Earth, which has very minimal resources to use. So,
Ghost or reptilian humanoids, those things can be debated. But artificial intelligence is here. You can see it. And are these people seeing these AI humans glitch out? Perhaps our eyes are going all crazy. Their heads do like a 360 motion. But whatever is happening, these people are not seeing human beings sitting next to them. These people have not been seen or heard of. They have not given any interviews as to what they saw or what had happened. The woman on the American Airlines plane was never detained or arrested for causing a real panic, real distress on that airplane where everybody had to get off. They even made the stewards and stewardess get off that plane. Nobody was allowed to board that plane.
Interesting. Well, hey, if again, either a woman or this dude here, if you guys are around or alive still, I'd love to talk to you guys up on my channel. If any of these people are around watching, I'd love to talk to these two and have a hear from what they actually saw. Whether it was, the idea of taking it from a drink, or whether it actually was something they actually did see. It wasn't drink or drug related. I would love to even see what that is. I mean, even if it was like a psychedelic induced, I'd love to hear about what they actually saw. Because it does put a thing into perspective what they actually may have seen. Again, with psychedelics, a lot of the things that a psychedelic person sees, their delusion, sometimes see things that they already know. I mean, you know, like it's like a distorted version of something they already seen. So like an animal or something, like a memory that's repressed memory that's come flooding back, and then they see something. It may not be it. You know, who knows? You know, when it comes to this kind of thing. But I do find it's rather interesting. These two, they say that they haven't. No one else has actually seen these two show up again. Well, like I said, whether these two are actors or whether they're real people themselves, who knows? They are real people, and I would love to get a chance to talk to you. You know, if you two people are still around, this lady and this dude, if you guys are still around, please, if you guys are still alive, please reach out, because I would love to get a chance to talk to either one of you. Anyway.
Then there was this man in a green hoodie who said he was on the same flight as the woman on the American Airlines, and he saw everything that happened, that she was crazy, talking about the Illuminati, and she all of a sudden went nuts because he said he was a Satanist. But this man with the green hoodie was on a completely different plane. He was not on the same plane as the woman on the American Airlines plane.
Ooh.
So why are all these people trying to come out and discredit this woman? It's just all too weird. There's no logical explanation as to two different people being frightened on an airplane and only days apart. Now, I want to know your opinion. I want to know what you have to say about this. Comment.
Well, again, I still have this thought too of about that whole thing. Is again, what was it they were seeing? Was it actually, like I said, like a reflection of, well, was it actually a reflection of themselves? You know, they saw in the mirror that somehow, like in the mirror reflection of the window. Like, what was it they were actually seeing? Because sometimes, like I said, if you're playing around with apps and things on your phone or whatever, that can actually distort your image as well. So again, it really depends on what were these people seeing. It could be multiple things they could have been seeing. They could have been seeing, like I said, a reflection of themselves. They could have been seeing something outside on the window. Yeah, it could be like some sort of something on the ground crew or something. Who knows? Who knows what were they seeing? Was it someone sitting next to them that had something like coronavirus or something? We don't know what they were actually seeing. But if, like I said, again, if there is such a thing like a reptilian type creature does exist, I would love to actually, like I said, alien, reptilian, whatever. If there are something that does exist out there, I would love to get a chance to talk to one and find out a bit more about them. You know, what is their history? What is their likes? What is their dislikes? What do they like to eat? What would they like to be like? If this thing is real and not just some sort of delusion in the brain, if it is actually a real thing, I would love to actually get a chance to talk to something like this thing, because it would be rather interesting to discuss with the reptilian type creatures. You know, what are they? You know, what are their likes? What are their dislikes? What do they believe in? Do they have gods or goddesses? Do they have their own belief of what a god is? You know, or do they have no conception of a god? What, you know, it'd be interesting to find out what the reptilian things believe. You know, do they believe in you know, dragons and mythology, or you know, what do they actually have? You know, it'd be interesting to find out what do they actually believe in. Again, so I might see if I can go back to some more music for a bit, and if there's anyone else who's got any other topic ideas, please feel free to drop me a link in here or in the side chat here to talk about, you know, if there's any other things you want to talk about, please let me know. Yeah, we just talked about alien, reptilian, or ghost beings on an aircraft. Interesting concept, you know. There has been reports of creatures on planes. You know, we've had ghosts on planes. We have had, like little green men type things on aircrafts, aka gremlins. You know, gremlins. So again, who knows? Who knows what those things are, what their likes, what their dislikes are, whether they're actually real or imaginary. Who knows? You know, I'd love to find out the truth behind some of these things, but you know. So until someone's got some other ideas, I'll just keep playing some music for a little bit.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't want to miss a beat. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the...
Let's see what else we got.
Sensible LBW decision before, good sir. It was close, but benefit of the doubt surely must go to the bat.
Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid, everything will change. You and I, jumping off the ice. They say dreamers never die. So come and fly, come and fly, come and fly away with me. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves. We're climbing, we're soaring, 1,000 views. We're rising, we're falling, we're making moves.
Okay, people. Well, I guess this is not anyone else around who wants to talk or hang out. I guess I'll end the stream and hope to catch up with you all years later soon. Again, thank you for the people coming in and stopping by. Thank you. Yeah, Nan and Cat, Queenie, Grey Cat, Sky's Musings, Richard, Kaylee. Thank you, people, for stopping by, and I look forward to catching up with all you people, lovely people, again soon. Bye.